There was once a woman who seemed to have lost everything. Her marriage had failed. She was living in poverty, and she had a baby daughter to raise all on her own. Her name was Joanne Rowling, known today as the creator of the Harry Potter universe. But back then, she was just a struggling single mother in Edinburgh, Scotland, barely surviving on welfare and trying to keep herself warm while sitting in a cold cafe with her sleeping baby in a stroller beside her. She would write furiously on scraps of paper, pouring her imagination onto pages with a cheap pen because she couldn't even afford to print her manuscript. She was battling depression, had contemplated suicide, and had no real support system. But there was one thing she still had, a story inside her that refused to die. She had the idea of a young orphaned boy who lived under the stairs, unloved and unnoticed, who one day discovered he was destined for greatness. That boy was Harry Potter, but in so many ways he was also a reflection of J.K. Rowling herself, someone who felt invisible, insignificant, and cast aside by the world, yet held on to a quiet fire of potential deep inside. She sent her manuscript to publishers, and the rejections started piling in. 12 publishers said no. 12 people told her it wasn't good enough. She was told that children wouldn't read books that long or that complex. But instead of giving up, she clung to the hope that maybe, just maybe, someone would believe in her dream. Eventually, Bloomsbury Publishing said yes, not because they saw a guaranteed success, but because the chairman's 8-year-old daughter read the first chapter and immediately begged for more. That yes changed everything. What began as a small print run of 500 copies turned into a global phenomenon. J.K. Rowling went from living on government assistance to becoming the world's first billionaire author, not because she chased fame or fortune, but because she refused to let failure define her. She chose persistence over perfection, storytelling over silence. But what makes her story even more powerful isn't just the money or success. It's that she used her pain to build a magical world that helped millions of children and adults believe in themselves. She donated much of her wealth to charity, built organizations to fight poverty and inequality, and openly spoke about her battle with mental health to help others who felt alone. Rowling didn't succeed in spite of her struggles. She succeeded because of them. She once said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." That statement is a lighthouse for anyone drowning in self-doubt, shame, or setbacks. Because what she teaches us is this: your worst chapters don't have to be your ending. Your brokenness can birth brilliance. Your rejection can be redirection. Your pain can become your platform. Every no you face is just a filter, clearing the path for the right yes. Every hardship you endure can become part of your origin story, the very beginning of something no one saw coming. If you're a student today or someone who feels unseen, unheard, and unsuccessful, remember this: the greatest success stories are not written by people who always won, but by people who refuse to quit. Like Rowling, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. You don't need a guarantee. You just need a spark. You don't need approval. You just need belief. The world didn't hand her a path. She carved it with her pen, her pain, and her purpose. So the next time life says no, when your dreams feel out of reach, and when the darkness seems louder than the light, think of that single mother sitting in a cafe, scribbling a fantasy with frozen fingers and an unshakable will. Think of how the boy who lived became the story that saved her, and how her story now lives in the hearts of millions. If she could rise from the ashes of despair and rewrite her destiny, so can you. Your magic is real. Now go write your story.